One of those
Clip videos.
it's running already. Okay, so you want me to stop it? Okay, so is there, people I see you get another realtor, is there a chance to pitch my property?
Yes, there is. We're going to take a look at that too. Okay. Hello everybody, it's about 2 o'clock and we don't want to lose too much time here because we've got a number of people that want to be able to talk a little bit, stand up and be heard and promote what they're doing, some really good things. We don't have as many people here as we've had in the past, but the nice thing is it's going to be up on YouTube. We're videoing as usual. Richard here is going to help out a little bit. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. So thank you very much for showing up. Santa Barbara Real Estate Investors Association, this is our main website. And if you scroll down that, there is, oh, let's see here, are we on the right thing? You've got some benefits. As the Santa Barbara Investors Association, we don't really have any dues or fees or anything else. It's all free. I really wanted to keep this as easy as possible for people. And in fact, when you're on YouTube looking at the videos, that's all free. Thank you. You got the pizza thing going. So that's why we get it for free. We can come into the room as long as we're all getting something to eat. They're going to give us a space for free, which is good. There is, however, the National REIA, which we are affiliated with. And so if you scroll down on the front page of our website, you'll see information about the National REIA. That is from a lot of different companies. According to the National REIA, they charge $200, $300, $400 for memberships, which includes speakers and all kinds of other things, and this. I decided that we'd be free, and I would only charge about $50. We did increase the price to $100. There's things like Roto-Rooter, which I just saved about $500 on a very expensive plumbing job. And there are things like Home Depot and a number of different things. Eye Contact, I just noticed that there's discounts for that as well. So if you do decide to sign up for the National REIA, you do get discounts for different businesses out there, which if you're a rehabber, will save you money. Okay. One of the things that I'm doing to get from $100 to $50, and there's some of the benefits, is busy day for luncheons, huh? Is this customer advantage. And so this is another free thing. They're going to go head-to-head against Groupon. You've probably all got emails by now from Groupon where you get a 50% discount for a dinner or a massage or apartment cleaning, something like that. So they're going to go head-to-head and compete with Groupon, but they're going to do kind of a multi-level marketing thing where you're going to get the discounts. You're going to get about 5% on the discounts, plus you can do some advertising. I want to, if Janet is up for this at the moment, do you want to do a little bit of talk about the customer advantage and speak a little bit about that at this time, Janet? Would that be okay with you? Okay, so we've got Janet Cox, and she's actually going to be one of our first speakers. Why don't you come on up here? And she's going to talk a little bit about the customer advantage, because Janet is one of the persons, Janet and also Ruth, you want to put your hand in, Ruth? These two, thank you very much, are actually making the phone calls to everybody to let us all know when the next meetings are. And so Janet is getting deep into this, and she's going to talk a little bit about customer advantage.
I'm really not deep into it. I got the link from Dan, and I trust Dan. I figured he knows, so I went and I signed up, and I put my boss underneath me. And so I'm going to be looking for people to go underneath my boss and under me, and also, if you sign up for it, then you get a $50 discount on your national membership. So that's the other plus.
5,000.
So you've already signed up for it?
Yeah, I signed up back in January.
Oh, okay. Anybody else signed up for customer advantage yet? You did too? It's easy, it's quick.
Piece of cake. I had a quick question too. I joined the National REIA through our site, and is there any like follow-up card or anything like that you get to? So like when I go to Home Depot or Roto-Rooter or whatever, I can tell them? Or do you just tell them?
Well, on the National REIA, you will get a card for Sherwin-Williams paint.
Yeah.
strangely enough, you will get cards for a lot of other things, and what's happened when I've...
But you're going to let Dan take over.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So what's happened, especially when I got the $500 discount from Roto-Rooter, you know, you kind of have to play some of these games with these people, because if you tell them right up front, oh, I'm with the National REIA, so I get a discount, they're going to go, well, I'm sure glad you told me that before we made it the bill, because now we're going to just, you know, raise that bill up to the lower, make it look like you got a discount. So I waited until the whole thing was done, they gave me the bill, and then I told them, they started trying to squirrel their way out of it. And so what I did was I got back to National REIA, and then they, and Tim, got me to the head of Roto-Rooter, not the local business that was the franchise, but the head of Roto-Rooter. And she goes, oh yeah, as a matter of fact, we're not 5 or 10% now, I think it's 25%. And she says, I'm going to call them up and I'm going to tell them they better give you your discount and I'll make sure you get what you're supposed to get. And I was like, okay, I'm hanging on to your phone number. So that's kind of how you might have to work some of these things at the beginning, okay? I think Home Depot would be real easy, I don't think, because it's a standard amount, you walk into the prices are already there. It's not like labor discount. You're probably getting prices, you know, on material.
Yeah.
So it's less likely they can fudge the game, right?
Yeah.
So you definitely want to check out the benefits, download the PDF, and see what's on there, so you can. It's all on the front page. Yes, Richard.
You guys need to know every Home Depot is independently owned. So I'm a registered contractor with them, and I buy in 3 counties, and it's a different fight every time, and the contracts don't go. So like if I've got it ready to roll in Santa Barbara, I cannot pick it up in Long Beach, for example. So be really careful with the Home Depots, because they're all separate stores and their rules are all different.
And as you go from state to state, they may even have different product, where one place has the tile you wanted, but in another state they don't. They might cater more to that.
Their product is a lot more consistent than their policy.
Okay.
Their policy is radically different.
Okay, thank you. Excellent. So, you know, you need to be aware of all that stuff. And, you know, if you were signed up, I want Harm, too, to say a little something, because Harm actually is the person that got Uthman, who I signed up underneath Uthman, and then other people signed up underneath me on this customer advantage. And I think you signed up, it was about 5,000? Is there anything that you'd like to say about this customer advantage at the moment?
Yeah, talk is cheap, so the more they talk, the cheaper it gets. But basically, they're in pre-launch right now, and they are behind schedule 30 or 45 days. When this thing goes, I believe you can retire on it. Costs you no money up front, costs you no money to join, and no meetings at any time. You can call in when they have meetings if you want to partake, but there's no mandatory. If you happen to sign up people under you, let's say over a period of time, anybody that drops off moves up to you. Anybody below you, so that's a good deal. I'm looking for this thing in the next 2 years, about $100,000 a month. So, where you don't have to do anything anymore, because it takes care of itself. But the biggest advantage of this is the money is a wonderful deal, but that shouldn't be the emphasis. The biggest push on this whole deal is it's going to bring back small town America. It's going to start giving competition to the big box stores, like the Walmarts, which have driven out the mom and pops, but these things are going to bring it back. And it's this thing is going to go worldwide. They estimate in the next 5 years, 300 million people worldwide will belong to this. And their basic deal is, what they do is they go in and make a deal with one of the businesses, and which you can do also. In other words, you can preempt it. But let's look at the first thing. You are signed up as a member. Now you go into a business and you talk about it. Let's say, and hey, have you heard about this company? And then they say no. Well, what happens is they help you get more new clients in 1 month than you did all last year, and it will cost you nothing. There's no advertising charge, there's no bookkeeping charge. All they do is they have you sign up, and give a 50% discount on a normally charged item. So in other words, they can't push it up from $50 to $100 and then say, okay, we're going to give you 50% off. What their normal rate is over a period of time, they will give you 50% off of that. And basically it's in the coupon. So when you go to the people that are signed up with the ones that you get the daily deal on, you will take the coupon over there and there will be no more money exchanged. You buy the coupon when you're, every day when you get notified, this is the deal of the day. If you want to partake, fine, you buy it, you buy the 50% discount, and let's assume that the thing is $100, so you buy it for $50, and then the $50 is broken into two sections, 25 and 25. The business gets 25 of the 50, and the customer advantage gets $50 up to 50. So let's go to the $50 of the 50 that the customer advantage gets. They split that up. 54% goes to all the people that are members below. And if you sign up a business, you will get 2% of all they do from here on in. So if you happen to get a sizable business, that could be a sizable amount of money. And there's also, bonuses paid, but all that doesn't happen until the thing gets out of pre-launch. But no money out of pocket, no meetings, and no membership fees. All you do is sign up and watch it grow. It started, my upline was, I think, in October of this previous year, and he was at 500, and I'm at 5,000 in January 14th, and now it's 86,000. So I mean, it's growing by leaps and bounds. But if you decide that you ever don't, you don't have to sign off, you don't have to, pay to separate. There's no money. You build up the money in the sales of every transaction, of every coupon that is sold. You get, you get $2.50 if it's 50, but because it's 5%. So 5% of 50 is $2.50. So if you have 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 under you, that's on a daily basis, but it goes, ultimately will go worldwide, so it's unbelievable. This is a willable deal, you can will it, people can inherit it and carry it on, so it's not, when somebody dies it stops. I think it has some wonderful, wonderful deal, and there's nothing to lose.
Right.
Because there's no money involved up front for you.
And it pays 5 levels down.
5 levels down. And I know everybody says, oh, multi-level marketing, it's a scale, blah, blah, blah. There's Amway, and what was the other company that you're with there, Jen? Avon. They're basically multi-level marketing companies. So there are legitimate, honest things out there. I feel this is too, and I feel that we're really actually pretty fortunate to have somebody like Harm, who started off way back in the beginning, who knows a lot about what's going on, that he's right here, we can ask him any time, especially if we're signing up somehow underneath him, which we are. Okay?
There's a difference between multi-level marketing and a multi-level payment structure. And this sounds more like a multi-level payment structure. Multi-level marketing is you've got to sell an Avon product to someone that may not really have otherwise ordered an Avon product. This is different. If I can go get something at a store that I wanted from that store anyway, and I get, the product that I actually really wanted, I don't have to buy a special product. It's multi-level payment.
Yeah.
Which is not multi-level marketing.
It's different.
Very different.
Very different. Did you
But
say that?
I'm sure that
No,
everybody's
but
aware of.
I've seen multi-level payment structures before. I like them. They're good.
So you may want to seriously
I'm
consider
going
this.
to look at it. Yeah.
But this, everybody's, I'm sure at this point, heard of